Right on. I think we're live. So, obviously, it's a little bit early. Just gonna give it a few minutes and wait for a few people to come on. This is the first time I'm doing a YouTube Reiki session. Usually, they're just via like Google Hangouts or Zoom. So this is interesting and it's new. And I'm excited to do it live. So it's only 7:51. Obviously, we have several minutes, so I'm still kind of getting ready. Have my water or some bubbles. I hope you're doing okay today. If you don't follow or subscribe, please feel free to. I'd love for you to. Check out what's behind here. I have my spray. So this is so I have a spiritual and intentional living. I say spiritual products or intentional living products. Intentional living is just as it sounds. So living your daily rituals or your daily routine with intention and really bringing the act of ceremony into your everyday. And so I make this spray. It's kind of hard to see, but my company is called Raw Redemption. And this is a shungite spray. So all of my products usually have a crystal somewhere in it. And this crystal infused, so it has shungite crystal as well as it's infused with cedarwood essential oil for grounding. And I need some grounding. I think a lot of us do right now. So just going to spray myself first. I'm holding space. And then also spraying you. Anyway, and I'm going to get my flame so I can light this candles, and we can start in a few moments. Be right back. Thanks for being here. So for this session, because it's on YouTube, this is the first time I am doing a YouTube live. So hopefully this will happen a little bit smoothly. Hopefully, very smoothly. Just gonna take a moment to ground. And I just invite you to just sit with me for a moment. Eyes open, eyes closed. Just sitting. I know we have a few other people to join, so I'll just wait a few moments. So I'm just burning a little bit of Palo Santo to clear the energy, or at least gather up any residue of what we are ready to release. If you feel guided to share a comment or ask a question, I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see. And just going to get a napkin. I actually think next time I'm going to do it differently because it's different. I like to see your face, but we will do it this way. And I'd love your feedback either way, because that's how we grow, right? This is what this time is really ultimately all about. So I think next time I'm going to revert back to Zoom because that is my preferred platform. But we'll go with what we have. So, although I will say, if you do feel inclined, and I've already put it in the invitation, but for those who haven't registered after 8 o'clock, or those who haven't registered before 8 o'clock won't be able to get in. If you feel inclined, if you'd rather just stay here, just stay here. Or if you'd rather to be able, because then we won't be able to talk, or I'll have to read your comments. But again, this is just the first time that we're doing it live or virtual. So if we're good to go, we'll go ahead. And if at any time you have any questions or comments, please just write it in the chat and I'll address it. If it's a longer question, I'll address it at the end. So really just inviting you to close your eyes. If that doesn't feel comfortable, that's okay. Looking at me, casting your gaze down. Whatever feels best. Placing your hands over your heart center, over your thighs, hands up or hands down, over your belly. The back of your neck is a favorite. The back of the neck is a favorite for me. And breathing into whichever body part you have selected. And letting that breath go. Again, breathing into that body part. Hold. 1, 2, 3. And audibly let it go. And last time, collectively, long deep breath in. Hold. 1, 2, 3. And release. Just continue breathing normally, doing everything at your own pace. Again, being mindful of wherever your hands are. I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge the land that we're on. Wherever you are, please, I invite you to take a moment to acknowledge the indigenous ancestors and caretakers of the land that you are on. I in particular am in Toronto, Toronto, Turtle Island, and really want to give gratitude and honor to the indigenous caretakers of this land that I currently occupy as a settler. Because by acknowledging other injustices, we also can heal and acknowledge our own. So just a little bit about me, just briefly. My name's Sheena. I do many, many things. My love, right? My love is astrology. So I will be quick to tell you that I am an Aquarius Sun, Gemini rising, and Virgo moon. So if you know a bit about astrology, that means that I am very mercurial, or very mental. And so that comes with a lot of, that's a blessing and a curse, as I say. And I ultimately came to Reiki, which is why we're here, because ultimately out of desperation, and when I tell people that, I feel bad, but it's the truth. At the time that I came to Reiki, it was January 15th, 2008. I say it that day because it was, I think maybe, I don't remember the feeling of the day. I just remember being in essentially what was a dead-end job, in a receptionist role, and I was on medication at the highest dose, also going to therapy, doing everything that the traditional medical model says that you should do, and I still wasn't feeling like you would hope. I used to self-harm between the ages of 13 and 25, or 12 and 25, so 13 years. And I think at that point in my life, I was really just trying to find a different way to cope. And I felt like I was doing all the things I was being told to do, and it wasn't really, I felt like there was always something more or deeper in my soul that I couldn't access. And for whatever reason, I came across Reiki, and January 15th, 2008, I went for a session. It was so many things. It was like Pandora's box. I laughed, I cried, I felt embarrassed that all of these things were coming out. I almost sat up on the massage table, and it was just a weird and amazing experience. And I think similar to a lot of people, like a massage almost, I was like, oh, okay, I'm good for now. And then I didn't go back. And then my blood sister, ended up going to a bookstore, and there was a woman doing Reiki in the self-help section, and come to find out that her teacher was the person I had gone to the year before. And then I started going regularly, and within about I think it was within a year, I stopped the medication. I still go to therapy just because it's such an essential part of my well-being and self-care. But now so is Reiki, and it's taught me so much about myself. And I really have so many great things to say, but I don't want to take up too much time. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email, either at onepeopleto, that's ONEPEOPLETO @gmail.com, or Sheena, SHEENA, Dennise, DENNISE @gmail.com. or maybe you already follow me, and that's great, and that's why you're here. So fantastic. Okay, gonna get started. Again, thank you for being here. So I started with just spraying the space and myself, but I'm just going to do that again since we're all now here. And just to be sure, I'm just going to check to make sure that I haven't left anybody behind. As well as check virtually all of the spaces because there are so many. Okay, I think we are good to go. Yes, okay, perfect. So, inviting you to close your eyes or leave your eyes open if you'd like to watch me. Sometimes people feel that to be comforting. And just starting to clear the energy or just really any residue that we've come into this space with that we are ready to release. And if you feel guided, now you can always add your own scents. So if you want to grab an essential oil and tap it on your temples, or on your throat, or your heart chakra, or even sometimes I do my wrists as well. And just paying attention to any thoughts that come up, any sensations. What is at the top of your mind right now? And just breathe it out. So we may feel sensations in our body. And just be aware not to dismiss it. It's coming up for a reason. Something as simple as an itch, or a tear, clearing out anything, just combing out anything we came into this space with. It's just weighing on us right now. And every so often, taking a long, deep breath. Remove the energy before we settle in. And we want to move because we've been holding so much. So shifting it can help us to release it. It is hard to explain how Reiki works, but we know that it works. It is really like clearing the pipes, the energy pipes. Just like we have to clear the physical pipes in our bodies, in our homes, in our minds. And when we don't, they get clogged and we start to feel stuck and stagnant and tired, like we're carrying too much. And if you have your eyes closed, what do you see? What is in your mind's eye? Is it something you want there? Remembering to breathe. We hold our breath so often and don't even realize it. I felt like someone had a headache and maybe it's gone. I'm glad. Take a sip of water. It's essential for conductivity. Yeah. And now that we've cleared that space, or made just a little bit of space, even if we haven't cleared it, I want you to sit in that space that you cleared. Just like if you were cleaning and you had a empty space on your floor. Sit there. What shows up in my mind is piles of laundry all around me. Laundry to do. Could be papers to file. Hearts to mend. But we just made some space. Let's make a little bit more. I'm going to say a few words. And just letting whatever visions come up for you, come up. Or feelings. Or tears. Ease. Relief. Protection. Love. Space. Sometimes thoughts will come up. Or ideas or visions. Just about the halfway mark. So if at any time you have to depart, that's obviously more than okay. But I will continue for about another 20 minutes or so. If you feel to, you can always lie down as well, but then you may fall asleep. Although it doesn't matter, if you do fall asleep, the energy will still work anyway. Some people do like to allow themselves to drift off. I'm one of those people. Other people like to feel the energy palpably. And even though we're virtual, you can, if you focus, you can feel it. We give a good 10 minutes of silence. On my part, of course. It's good. We're getting some clearing happening. Clearing happens for me. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to speak. That just makes me happy. When I yawn, I'll be silent now. I feel the shift in the energy. That's why I'm smiling and thankful. Clearing and cleansing with some Palo Santo. That's good. This is how we transmute energy. So for these next 5 minutes, I'm just going to ask you to bring something or someone to mind, or something or someone to mind, the situation that you're working on, or need support with. Just bring it to mind, right to your third eye. You just send some energy right there. Clarity, understanding, insight, direction. Good space. Space. Breathing into anything coming up right now. Breathing into anything coming up. Any clearing that needs to happen around this issue, person, situation. Oh, sorry. It's like moving. Thank you. I don't know about you, but my body feels warm. Not because I'm moving my arms. It's like an internal warmth. I'm just gonna use these last maybe 5 to 10 minutes just to wind down. The bedtime wind down. And so I invite you collectively to join me and take a long deep breath in and hold for 5 seconds. Audibly sigh out again. Audibly sigh out last time collectively. 1. Just continuing to breathe normally. Doing everything at your own pace. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. And before I do, just continue holding space for yourself. Just going to give a moment of silence for those in our community who have been stolen from us, from this earth, from their families. Holding space for those souls, for their transition, for their families, and for each one of us. I hold space for you, for your protection and safety and security, well-being and wellness. I invite you to hold yourself and hold yourself close to your own heart. In gratitude and love, May this time and space give you a little bit of reprieve and rest. Just sending gratitude to my own angels and ancestors, spirit guides, and higher selves for their love, guidance, and protection, now and always. Also thanking and honoring and sending gratitude to each one of you and your angels and ancestors, your spirit guides and higher selves, for their love, guidance, and protection today, this evening, and going forward, keeping you safe. Ooh, last long deep breath. One. And deep gratitude. May you rest easy tonight, or easier. And if you feel so inclined, please share your experience. The next session will be on Sunday at 10 a.m. So, like I said, I may do it on Zoom or Google Hangouts so that I can actually converse, because I would prefer that. And I hope to see you there. And if you can't join, please share. I just want to be able to provide this space. Sending you so much love and protection right now and going forward. Much love.